In fact, you would see no space, no difference between desire and manifestation. But because time and space are part of your filters, you create a circumstance of existence whereby there is non-instantaneousness between one and the other. In other words, there is a period of time expended. And some individuals, because they say to themselves, I desire a car, and then the car doesn't come, they say, obviously the universe is not yet aligned to manifest my desire. And that's how they justify to themselves not having chosen the car in the first place. You'd be amazed at the various justifications that are used to justify not choosing the desire. You're very good at it, dear friends. You are so creative that you create multitudes of reasons, justifications for not choosing your desires. A good example is, if I chose all of my desires, then there wouldn't be anything left to desire. We assure you, a lot of people say that to themselves. Listen to your Christian Reform people. Desire is the evil of all evils. Cannot choose desire. Desire will lead you down to the path of Satan. And so, desire must be set aside. Listen to the Hindus, the yogis. Desire is the path that leads you away from spirit. Set desire aside. We assure you, there are so many justifications to not choosing desire that if we were to describe them all, we could speak for approximately 9,483,925,644 of your Earth years, and never be finished. Why? And the simplicity of reality is that there is only one desire. There is only one. If you look at desire, it doesn't matter if you describe it as desire for car, desire for a wife, desire for a house, desire for a relationship, desire for money, desire for wealth, abundance, happiness, joy, however you choose to describe it, it is still only desire. So it isn't that there are different desires. It is that there is desire. And that is the beauty, the amazingness, the brilliance of your existence, of your reality. Desire does exist. So why not desire? And when you desire, the next step is choose. Choose to manifest that desire. Now, the energy of reality is such that desire, if it is chosen, then reality moves to satisfy desire. But desire, if it is not chosen, reality moves to not satisfy desire. The time spent in justifying your desire in order to create your choice, that, dear friends, is what individuals see as the to and fro of reality. Some individuals say, I desire, but sometimes I get and sometimes I don't. And we would suggest, observe carefully which desire you've chosen. For though you desire, you have yet to choose. And some individuals would say, isn't desiring enough? If you desire, is that not sufficient then to create reality? To create with the energy of reality? And so they justify to themselves that all they need to do is desire in order to get. And then when they don't get, they say, mustn't have desired enough. And so, again, they measure the desire. They justify the desire. Measuring the desire is justification of desire. I desired only a little bit. Not enough. I desired a lot, but it's still not enough. I desired a great deal. So much so that I set everything else aside in my life I obviously got. And so, justification of desire is such that measurement of desire becomes the point which validates choice. But desire is not about measurement. It isn't about justification. Desire is desire. It is choice that these individuals are unwilling to observe and unwilling to complete. So when you see an individual that says, I desire, but I have yet to have, what they're saying is they're yet unwilling to choose. And so because of the difference between desire and choice, there is then a perception in your reality that reality moves as the tide flows. The perception is that reality comes and reality goes. Manifestation comes, manifestation goes. You stand in front of the ocean, the tide comes, the tide goes. That's the perception. That's what you see. Then some would say, the perception is very accurate. For when you stand in the sand and you put a line in the sand by the ocean, where water comes to, as the tide flows out, you can actually measure where the water is after the tide has flowed out. And then that measurement is different from the first one taken. There is a difference. And as a result, they anchor themselves into the concept of the difference through measurement. And they say, this is reality. But as we suggested at the beginning of this session, the only thing is that they've observed a perspective of reality. They've observed the effect of reality. They haven't observed reality. When individuals say, sometimes I get, sometimes I don't, and as a reason, I get when I do this, and I don't when I do that, and they measure one to the other, such as measuring their desire, as we suggested previously, then what they are doing is in effect observing the resultant of reality. They are observing the effect of reality, not the actual reality itself. The effect of reality is, in actual fact, shaded through the filter of their desire, justification, and choice. So what they are observing is the effect of their choice on reality, not reality itself. Reality is always there. It surrounds you. It infuses you. It is that which creates the circumstances of your creation.